show, and what I'm really interested in is the tone going into this next season. I love the pacing, because of course we have this conflict between Claire and Isaac, and it's not something that immediately gets resolved, but it kind of happens. It's dictated by the necessity in the script. Tell us about the process of kind of pacing that out and what your plans were kind of moving forward for it.
The main reason Seth wanted to move the show to Hulu was to liberate our storytelling from a constrictive running time. And because our stories were getting bigger. Our emotional stories required more real attention. And our editor was leaving too much on the cutting room floor, like good stuff. And so he got it moved for that main reason, and you can see the difference. We never would have probably attempted to do a story that dealt with suicide when we're having to wedge Colgate commercials in as quickly as possible. Like, you have to really deal with it intricately and very carefully. Did I answer your question? I have no idea.
Well, we're also one of the, there's not a lot of shows that move from network to streaming, but we were always a streaming show.
Right.
We wrote it like a streaming show, we shot it like a streaming show, and by the way, Fox was amazing. They were great to us, but there was just too much. We weren't using our full arsenal. We had great actors, great writing, battles we wanted to expand, jokes we wanted to tell, and this was our ability to do that. We still cut things, but we cut for story, not because 41:30. That's it. We're done.
Exactly. Very cool.
Can I ask about? Can you guys discuss a little bit? Sorry, the decision to steer away from the comedy that everybody was expecting from season 1 and lean more into the sci-fi and the art, more honest stories?
So, in the first season, obviously there was this expectation among many people that this was going to be a satire. Seth's intention was always to do a really great science fiction show. First and foremost, a great science fiction show. And that meant there was going to be comedy, the characters were going to be more accessible and down to earth. But he did something very shrewd, I think, smart in season 1. There was the pilot, and there was the second episode about Ed and Kelly in an alien zoo. And then about 8 episodes later was this episode called About a Girl, where Boris and Clyden's baby deals with a sex change.
Yes!
And Seth, which was a very dramatic and controversial episode, he moved it to episode 3. As he said, this is the show, and we need to declare ourselves right now that this is actually the show that we want to do. What you saw was an evolution in the next 2 seasons, more toward dramatic storytelling with comedy frosting. Some people I've seen online want some more comedy, but it was really the design of the show, I think, because comedy for comedy's sake interferes sometimes with the stakes. You don't want to be cracking jokes when there's life or death stakes going on. I think the show right now is exactly the show Seth intended from the very beginning.
Yeah, I agree. And this is not the last of the humor even in the season. And it's sort of like maybe I'm not trying to make this sound pretentious, but it's not like Picasso can draw regular, he can draw very, very technical art, but he does what he does. But Seth and these guys are really good at comedy. They sort of wanted to expand. And the comedy they can wield out in a second. I think if we continue 4, 5, 6, 8 seasons, you're going to see funny episodes. But they have so much in their repertoire and on their palette that they want to be able to expand into other things. I think that's part of it. This is sort of like almost like a flex. We can be this too.
So while we have seen Star Trek tropes, including time travel, what other Star Trek tropes will we be seeing the rest of the season?
Last question.
Well, we're our own.
Or next season.
Homage.
Well, I feel like Orville's become its own thing, and we don't think about Star Trek when we're making the show.
No worries.
I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm being authentic. if we're dealing with a trope, we always try to obviously make it as untropish as possible. But obviously there's some major storylines to be resolved, both emotionally and tactically. I mean, the Kalon situation isn't over. Something big's going to happen soon. We got 2 more episodes. We've got romantic entanglements and other character arcs to resolve. So I would say everything that's coming is all very Orville.
Yes. And we pull from a wide range of influences too. You know, we're all big sci-fi fans, but literature and history, so it's a big pool to pull from. As long as the simulator doesn't break down, right? As long as the simulator breaks down.
Fair enough. Yeah, we won't. That I can put the trope, we won't.
We got nothing left. You made Dolly. There's nothing left.
What are you going to do after that?
Well, thanks guys so much for talking. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.